Hey, it's Danger, and I've put this off for 2 months, but I've finally got to cover the Super Circuit extra tracks. Yeah. Now, why am I doing this? Good question. Definitely not for my sanity. I will explain this again when we get to DS, because nobody's gonna watch this video. But you guys get the early explanation, the real ones, who are willing to sit with me through this torment and watch content that nobody asked for and nobody cares for. I decided that for my best track in every game series, I'm gonna do separate videos for the best Nitro track and the best Retro track. Because let's be real, there's only like one game where Retro track is winning. Maybe. Not inherently true, but maybe. Super Circuit technically has Retro tracks, it's the extra tracks, and they suck. So I'm sticking to my guns. I am a man of my word. I'm not flaking out on this. I am covering the Super Circuit extra tracks. So what are the Super Circuit extra tracks? I feel like you know by now. But they're all the Super Mario Kart courses. They put them in Super Circuit and they made them worse. Pretty much all of them. They're worse. Some more so than others. But they are almost entirely worse. They use the backgrounds from the Nitro tracks, but they couldn't do that with the music. No. For the music, they had to actually use remixes of the music from Super Mario Kart, except awful. I love Super Circuit's Nitro soundtrack. I don't know what happened to the extra tracks, because they are, for the most part, absolutely horrendous. But you know what's even more horrendous? How you unlock these things. Because you've first gotta get first in a Grand Prix, and then you've got to do that Grand Prix again and get 100 coins. You can't do them in the same one, you have to do them in 2 separate Grand Prix, in 2 separate plays of the same Grand Prix, and then you unlock the extra track equivalent for that cup only, for that CC only, meaning that you have to play 30 different Grand Prix of the Nitro tracks to unlock these things in every CC. And it's not worth it. Yeah, they're all Super Mario Kart tracks except worse, because all the obstacles are gone, the fun ones and the annoying ones. And the tracks, they seem smaller. I'm not sure if they are, but they definitely feel smaller, and it really hurts the gameplay because these tracks aren't big to begin with. And now we're really crapped, and it does not make for fun gameplay. But you know when I said all the obstacles are removed? Not quite true. There is one obstacle that remained, and for some reason, it's the ice blocks in Vanilla Lake, even though barely anybody liked them. I was relatively indifferent to them on Vanilla Lake 2, which was my favourite track. It's not my favourite track now though, because it's tiny and it does not work in the way it used to, because it's really hard to get any of the jumps across the shortcuts or the jumps over the water because of how small the track is, and also the ice blocks are way more annoying now. They were manageable before, mainly because they were in a pattern, and they're still in that pattern, but it's just way harder to avoid them now, and it's really annoying. But another thing that makes this not my favourite track is the return of the Snowland Special. The screen shakes. I don't know why. This is for both Vanilla Lakes. The screen shakes the whole time. So, with this also happening with Snowland, I've got to ask, why does snow make the screen shake? Or even ice. This is ice. Why does the ice tracks make the screen shake? And that leads me to ask, is this intentional? And if so, why? And if not, how? Seriously, I don't get it. But yeah, Vanilla Lake 2 definitely isn't my favourite. Let's look at another one that was a candidate to be my favourite in the last video, shall we? Well, not the last video, the Super Mario Kart video. Rainbow Road! It sucks here too. It's way too small. You can hardly drive on it. It's way too small. Like, Rainbow Road should be hard, but this is just annoying. This isn't fun hard, this is just annoying. The thwomps are gone as well, which makes the track a lot less dynamic. Granted, I think that if there were thwomps on a track this small, it would be the worst thing ever. But still, don't have it be this thin and put the thwomps in. Don't make it so that it is this thin and there aren't thwomps. That's just worse. But that's not the worst thing they did to this track. Oh no. This is the worst remix in Mario Kart history, probably. Jesus Christ, they butchered it so hard. It's painful to listen to. And it's a Rainbow Road. It's the last track in the game. It's meant to be like majestic and stuff, and it's just, it's ear-grating. I hate it. So, yeah, and the track still isn't good either. But the music especially is just misery. But it's not Vanilla Lake 2, it's not Rainbow Road. What else could it be? Koopa Beach 1, baby! I love Koopa Beach 1, best track of all time, Koopa Beach 1, best track of all time, Koopa Beach 1, that's Koopa Beach 1, that's Koopa Beach 1, Koopa Beach 1! Yeah, Koopa Beach 1 is actually fairly solid, actually, now. It was alright before, but now that most tracks have been downgraded to hell and back, and they weren't good to begin with, Koopa Beach 1 actually escaped with its life fairly, because it's actually solid. The music is one of the least butchered. In fact, I would say it's not really butchered at all. It's not quite as good as the SNES one, I think, but it is still not awful like some tracks I know. But the main thing that makes Koopa Beach 1 the best extra track in my opinion is that, I've been saying it, the tracks at least feel smaller. I'm not sure if they are, they probably are, because I don't think I would feel like they're this small if they weren't this small. But the good thing about Koopa Beach 1 is that it doesn't matter, because you aren't going on the track anyway. You're just taking the inside of the water, and it has some of that Vanilla Lake 2 appeal of jumping over the water as well, and that's pretty fun. And you're never going to lose here, because the CPUs do not just go around the inside, but in this case I think that's fine, whatever. Because I'm actually having an alright time playing a Super Circuit extra track. That's honestly kind of impressive. The music's not that butchered, the gameplay is not that butchered, you know, it's not that butchered. Which that should not be the things I'm saying about the best track, you know? But that's how it be sometimes, I suppose. But while I'm here talking about the Koopa Beaches, I may as well mention that Koopa Beach 2, in the original at least, in the original, you could jump with a feather into the inside of the track, and there was a ramp there for you to get outside. It was pretty cool detail. In this one there is no feather, there's no feather in Super Circuit, but the ramp is still there for some reason. I have no idea why. I don't know why this is there. Why is it there? You can see it, why is it there? But that thankfully brings me to the end of this video, so I never want to think about these tracks again. Bye!